All right. So for those of you who are new, you guys, we do these team Zooms every single Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern, same time, same meeting ID, same password. So save this on your phone, save this on your calendar, in your phone, set an alarm, or put it in your planner if you're a planner person. But either way, put it down as a must for every single week. We usually have some of us, whether it's myself, whether it's Crystal, whether it's another leader on the team, or we have a guest on that we're interviewing, but we do these every single Sunday. And it's always good to be on these because you're plugging in, gets you prepped for the week, right? It's Sunday night, right before the week is starting. And this is a perfect time to get prepped because not all of us have the weekends off. Not all of us have the same schedules, but typically this is a new week starting tomorrow for most of us. And so this is a perfect time to really just kind of gather everything, get organized, get prepped, get ready, like I've just said, and to have a successful week. And if you guys didn't see my post in the team page when I was talking about Team Zoom, I said, which most of you have probably heard that saying where you're like, if you don't plan or if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. Okay. I have always been a very big list person. I have to write everything down. Otherwise, I will forget it 110%. I have to write everything down. Okay. However, I have not been the greatest at like planning and like all of this stuff. That has been something that has been hard for me to do. Hard for me to do in life and hard for me to do in the business, if I'm being honest with you guys, because life is just so crazy and all over the place, right?
Love you,
Am I the only one that has life crazy and all over the place? Probably not. Some of you can probably relate to that. So, you know, we already come into this business and we have so much on our plates, right? We're balancing a lot of things. And most of us as women, because most of us are women, and males too, but most of us, you guys, like we're wearing a heck of a lot of hats. We either are a parent or we have jobs or we're going to school or we're caring for somebody or something else, right? We're committed to another organization or we're, you know, doing something at church or you're doing whatever, right? We have other obligations that we're doing. So it doesn't matter what it looks like. We're all already scheduled to the max, right? And then we add on this business. And then when we get into the business and when we are learning how to do it, when we're learning how and what to do, right? Whether you are, you know, learning our regular tasks that we do for the day, or you're trying to figure out how to balance the business and life, right? And you were like, yeah, I'll figure it out, or I don't know, maybe this will work. And then things start to happen and things feel a little bit crazy, like you're juggling all this stuff and you're dropping, you know, what you're juggling all over the place. And the first thing that you're like, oh gosh, that you have to like let go of or pause is the business. That's usually what we tend to go for. But I want to encourage you to not do that. Okay. Because it does not matter if you like if you let go of the business, all of that craziness is still there and your goals that you wanted to hit is still there, right? And you started this business to get to those goals. So if you let go of the thing that the resource that you were going to use to get to that goal, then that means you're not going to do it, right? And you wanted it for a reason. It was important enough for you to join this business and start and to put that at least one foot in, whether you tiptoed in or whatever it is, or you jumped in. It was still important. So I want to encourage you to, you'll hear me say this often. One of my biggest tips for you guys is always to be solution minded. So instead of deciding, well, I'm going to set the business off to the side, or I'm going to slow down in my business until life gets a less crazy, I'm going to tell you right now, it's not going to do that. Life is not going to get less crazy for you. It's not going to get less chaotic. If whatever the thing is that you're waiting for it to stop, that's also going to get replaced with something else along the way. And so don't let that happen for you. What you should do is go and find a solution for you to be able to blend it in. Okay. Every day might not look the same. Every week might not look the same. And every month is not going to look the same, especially if you're promoting in the business. You move higher and higher into leadership and you're helping your teams and stuff like that. And so some of you are experiencing some of that within the last few months as well, as your teams expand and grow and you're helping other people do the same thing that you're doing, right? That's why we all link arms to each other. That's why we hop on Zooms like this together, so we can lean on each other and get our team plugged into the same thing, and we can all learn and grow together and get to the top. Okay, that's all. That's why we're all here, right? So biggest tip, Always be solution minded. Second thing is, you guys, we got a plan. Okay. Sometimes we get into this business and we have the hobby mentality. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that this is not a hobby. You can run it like a hobby if you want to, but most of you got started to not earn hobby money, right? Most of you probably got started to earn like $500 or more a month, right? Because you got real bills to pay, you got real debt to pay off, you got real college to pay for, you got real kids to feed, right? So what I encourage you to do is treat this like a business. Don't treat it like a hobby that you're going to pick up and put down whenever you feel like it. Don't do that. All right. So let's get planned and prepped and be ready to run a successful business like the boss babes that we are. Okay. So one thing, I'm going to go through just a couple things with you. By the way, I'm Kenzie. For those of you who haven't met me before, hi, hello. So obviously it says my name on my thing, but anyways, I forgot to do that. So one thing that you guys do have to utilize that is right from our eSuite, right from corporate. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to esuite.itworks.com. If somebody can put that in the chat for anybody that's new and that might not know about this yet, you might be brand spanking new, but you just go to esuite.itworks.com and you're going to log in with your distributor ID number and your password that you created when you joined. Okay. And then right at the top, it's going to say, thank you, Crystal. It's going to say documents, document library. And so you're going to click that, and in the search bar, type task. Okay, type task. And what you're going to find is this. This is going to be backwards for you right now, but this is basically like just a little outline. Crystal also, I believe, has this posted in our unit section, in our team page, in our Dream Catchers page on Facebook. It's also in there. If you guys need help finding this, so just let us know. I'm just going to tell you about it really quickly. So what this is it's a breakdown of what we do to build our business every single day, right? And it helps you track to make sure, like, oh, okay, so like Sunday, I show yourself making a product on your Facebook or your stories, blah, blah, blah. So once you do that, you would do a little check. You would do that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, every day. And you go through these different tasks and you check off all the ones that you possibly can. The goal is to get all of these checked off, okay? The real goal is to show up the best that you can every single day. Some days you might not have 100% of this checked off. Some of it, you might have it double checked off. Okay. Some days you might have it 50% checked off, but the goal is to just do the best you can every single day, right? Every day might look a little bit different. That's the goal. Okay. And that's where you can find that. And that is also something that's going to help you figure out to make sure that you are doing all the tasks that we do every single day. Because you guys, this business is so simple. So simple. It's just a matter of doing it. And so this is a good way to keep yourself on track, because sometimes we can get caught up in like just like a bunch of busyness things. And then we forgot, like we spent like most of our time over here on this task when really we left 3 of them undone, when we could have taken a little bit time from this one and spread them out evenly. And so this helps so much with that. And I'm speaking, mind you, throughout this whole entire Zoom, you guys, I'm not speaking at you. I'm speaking to myself as well, because I got to remind myself, Kenzie, all right, like KPI tracker, you go and get that daily task list out. You need to check this off, Kenzie. Like I am telling myself this, I'm planning my Sunday night with you guys as well. And so that is a perfect thing to be following, and especially if you are new and you don't really have a rhythm of how you do things. This is really going to help you. And it doesn't matter if you're a list person or you're well organized or this or that. Do the bare minimum of at least printing this off, getting someone else to print it off for you if you don't have a printer. I didn't have a printer for a long time. We don't have to like print a bunch of stuff, but you know what I mean? There's a couple things that are helpful to have printed out for you. And so following that, okay. So there's one piece. My other piece for you is, all right, so how do we plan this? How do we fit this into our life? Okay. There's a couple different ways that I want to help you guys realize how exactly you can fit this in, because it's kind of hard to speak to all of you as a mass when all of our schedules are different. Right? Some of us are going to put a 1 in the chat. Okay. There's a little chat here. Put a 1 in it if you have a regular job and you're doing this business. Put a 1. Put a 2 in the chat if you are going to school and working this business. Or put a 3 if you are doing all 3. Like you're working, you're going to school and doing this business. Okay. Look at all of these people. So I want you guys to also know that you are not alone. Okay. Not all of us, and please hear me when I say just stay at home mom, because stay at home mom is like the hardest freaking job in the world. Okay. I've been there, I've done that, and it's freaking hard. And running a business and working from home and being with the kids is really hard. But I want to say, like, some of us are like, but most of us aren't doing that. Most of us are also juggling even more things as well. And so I want you to know that you're not alone in that. Okay. You are not alone in that. We are all juggling a heck of a lot of things. Okay. So, so what I want you to do is I want you to get out a piece of paper. I should have told you guys you were going to need to bring a piece of paper, but get out a piece of paper. And I want you to think like of what your average day is. So this is why I mean, like, it's kind of hard to speak to all of you guys as a mass because all of our schedules are different, right? But generically speaking, like the most common day that you have, that's what I want you to refer to right now. The most common day that you have, the day that is like most of the days go, right? I want you to think about this day and get out the piece of paper and write for every single hour, from the hour that you are awake until the hour that you go to bed. I want you to take out a piece of paper and literally like write. Where's my? So like on the piece of paper, like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way down until you go to bed. Okay. And I want you to think about your most common day. So on that first hour, I want you to put like wake up on that first hour. Okay. Because I almost wasn't going to do this on the Zoom, and I'm like, no, I think I'm going to. So I'm going to do it with you guys. So just going to take a second. Okay, so I'm assuming that everybody has it written down. I'm bleeding. What the heck? Okay, so at the time you wake up, you're going to write down next to it, wake up. At the time you typically go to bed, you're going to write down bed, right? Or sleep, whatever, bedtime. And then if you go to school, if you go to work, okay, if you go to work or you go to school or you go to take the kids to school or you go somewhere every day, that typical day, I want you to, at the time that you need to leave, you need to write that down. Okay, so like say for me, like 7:30-ish. Okay, so 7:30, I'm taking boys to school every day during the week. If you leave for work at 7:30 every single morning, then that's what you're going to write on there. 7:30 in the morning, I leave for work. 8 o'clock, I'm clocking in. So from 8 to, and then if you get out at 5, you write down right next to 5 o'clock, get out of work. Get out of work and drive home, whatever. I pick the kids up from daycare at this time. I drop the kids off at this time. The kids' bedtime is at this time every day without fail. If you guys got a real schedule, put that on there. You got routines with yourself, you got routines with the kids, put that in at exactly what time that those things are happening. Okay. If you have dinner at the same time, if your kids are in activities, those are at the same time typically, or whatever. Okay. Write those things down. If you take a lunch break, or you're switching classes, or you have your kids have Zoom meetings, right, that you have to fully focus in with them on, I want you to write those down right next to that hour that you're talking, that you're got it down on that piece of paper. Okay. So go through and write down and be specific. Okay. I'm telling you guys, like your drive time, your clock in time, your school time, whatever it is, get it written down. Okay. So I want you to go through you just like your most typical day. All right. And put these are basically the non-negotiables, right? You can't really say like, oh, today I'm not taking the kids to school. No, like I gotta take my kids to school Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, or for me, Wednesdays, they're home for me. They do school at home on Wednesdays. So that's what my week looks like. I get the kids up at this time. I leave my house at 2:30 every single day that I go get the kids. So I leave them at 2:30, leave here, and I go. Okay. And the reason why I want you guys to write down when you leave, because you're going to be driving, you're going to be driving during that time. And I'm going to help you guys figure out how exactly you can leverage your drive time as well. Okay. I'm going to give you guys some examples. So while you guys are filling these in, just with your typical day, I'm going to help you guys. So number one, personal development is very, very, very important. Okay. It is so important. So important. I don't even think it's on the KPI tracker, is it? Or the daily task list? It's not, but it needs to be. You should fill it in. So personal development is going to help you with your mindset. It's going to help you with your mindset as a person, as a human, as a parent, as a spouse, as a leader, as a business owner, as all the things. Okay. It's going to pour into you because you are your most valuable asset in all aspects of your life. Okay. And so it's very important to take care of your mind. Okay. And to pour into you, especially when we are pouring in, I ain't even got to tell you guys, we're an overflowing cup only by pouring into ourselves first. Okay. So sometimes this is easily missed because we're like, I don't have time to pour into myself. I don't have time to watch a YouTube video. I don't have time to listen to a podcast. I don't have time to do this, and that. Right. So we let that go because we focus on the income producing activities or the tasks that get us that instant result. Right. But what I'm going to encourage you to do is figure out where you can listen to personal development. Instead of listening to the radio, can you put on a podcast on the way to and from work, on the way to and from school, while you're in the shower, while you're folding laundry, while you're cooking dinner, while you're doing things? So where can you squeeze in personal development, right? Where can you do that at? I want you to jot down these little notes for yourself, you guys, and ask yourself, where can I squeeze this in? And this doesn't have to be a set schedule. Okay. Every day is going to look a little bit different. We have to be flexible, but I'm going to tell you, like, these are the areas on how that I do things. And these are the areas that it is possible for you to do it too. So those are the things like that. Now some of you guys might be like, oh my gosh, like, I don't even know like how I'm going to fit this in. Like, where are my pockets of time at? Right. So when you go somewhere, say it's you and your spouse, can you make sure that your spouse drives there every single time instead of you? So that way you can utilize the drive time to be able to work from your phone, right? Or do you carpool with somebody else? Like, can they be the ones that drive so that way you can be the one like working from your phone or doing what you got to do? These are some ideas. Okay. On your lunch break, you guys, if you work full time, what are you able to do on your lunch break? Okay. That's a really, really big way that a lot of people take advantage of being able to send out messages. You can set like a little goal of yourself of being like, I am going to message 15 people on my lunch break. 15, that's like nothing, you guys, to do on a like 30-minute lunch break, right? I'm assuming everybody at least gets 30 minutes, right? I'm pretty sure that's like the law or something. I don't even know, but like 30 minutes. So you can be like, all right, how fast can I get out 15 messages super quick, whether it's messaging to people about the business opportunity, messaging people about the about being a customer, or following up, with host to post or whatever it is, like you're utilizing that time. So doing things like that. So what I encourage you to do is really just like to look at your schedule and see where you can fit things in, where you compare something with something else, right? Crystal said many resources for personal development in the resource unit in Dreamcatchers. Yes. Amanda says I responded to messages today in the grocery line. Exactly. So this is to just give you doing this on this piece of paper was to give you an idea of what you are going to be doing on your typical day. Okay. What I also want you to do, if you guys do not have a planner of any kind, whether it's a paper planner or it's something in your like phone or your iPad or whatever, you need to do that. Like there's no more saying like, I'm not a planner type of person. You have to have a planner. If you were running a business and you went to the office, what happens there? What does a secretary have? They have a schedule. They know when clients are coming in and out, when calls need to be made, when follow-ups need to be made, when emails need to be sent. We don't even do all of that like traditional business owners do, but we have to have a planner. We have to know where we're going. You have to tell your time where to go, because if you don't, it's going to go somewhere, and chances are it's not going to be 100% in the direction that you're trying to get. All right. So get that planner out. What I do, you guys, is this is my month at a glance right here. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay. And so what I'm going to do, and what I encourage you to do, and if you don't have a planner, you can legitimately like just write it down on a piece of paper right now. What are you doing tomorrow? What are you doing tomorrow? Are you going to work? Do you have school? What do the kids have? So going through your normal routine and your schedule. And I want you to think about when you're going to post. So my suggestion is to post something first thing in the morning before you head off somewhere where you need to go. Okay. So post something first thing in the morning, whether that is on your stories and on your regular like newsfeed or whatever. So maybe it's like a, you know, you're posting some sort of inspirational quote. Go to Google tonight and go and Google inspirational quotes or motivational quotes. Find one, save it to your phone so it's boom, ready to go in the morning. All you got to do is you don't even have to think about it. You're like boom, boom, boom. Better yet, if you want to do something else, you can go and Google 7 of them, and then you have them in your phone for the next 7 days. So you have every single brand new morning post that goes up on your story every single day, and it took you about 60 seconds. Okay. So that is going to be something that you can do. And then from there, like, when are you able to work your business for like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever it is? When are you able to do that tomorrow for like a sit down solid, like I'm plugging into my business? Where can you fit that in at? Are you able to fit it in tomorrow? Is tomorrow your busiest day to where you literally only have 10 increment pockets throughout sporadically throughout your day? When are those? So plan for that. Get a post that you're going to be making tomorrow. Do you go to work? So like I said, on your lunch break, you're going to be able to post about something on your lunch break at minimum, right? You're going to be able to post about your lunch break. So it could be a selfie of you sitting in the break room or sitting in your car or sitting at the nurse's station, wherever it is that you sit on your lunch break. And you're going to talk about that. You are going to be like, this is my office view. I'm literally working my side gig at my full-time job on my lunch break right now, you guys, because I have incredible goals that are blah, 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 blah. And so you're going to show people that you are working this business while you're working that full-time job. And you're going to show them, you are literally going to show them how you are doing this. Okay. Because there are plenty of other people out there that, there's everybody out there that needs this business opportunity, but there is a lot of people that don't believe that they can do it because they're afraid that they don't have the time. And so they need to see you doing it. They need to see you showing up for your goals. They need to see you being inspired, and they need to see you getting creative and finding solutions to make this business work, and let them know that they can do that too. And that you're the person that they want to get started with because you mean business and you're going at it, and they know that you're going to teach them how to do it because they see you doing it. Okay. So that's all of that simple little post on your lunch break shows people that. All right. So you're going to do that. Are you answering messages while you are waiting to pick up the kids? That's what I do. I get there early. I'm sitting in the parking lot and I'm usually messaging, following up on a message, or I'm making a post, or I'm doing something like that. So plan for that. Plan for that. Okay. If you are at home, something that you can do, you guys, especially for moms, like, when are you able to do your kids take a nap at a certain time? So maybe they take like an hour nap. Say your kiddos take an hour nap, right? So they're taking an hour nap, divide that into 2, like set an alarm for 30 minutes and freaking power clean like you've never cleaned before, because y'all already know nobody cleans their house faster and better than anybody that has someone text them and say, I'm almost there. And you're like, shit, I haven't cleaned anything in the house. And you're like scurrying around trying to clean your house because the people are almost here and they're going to be here any minute. Right. And then you're like, oh shoot, like I just got I got like a week's worth of cleaning done in like 25 minutes. Like, whew, you know what I mean? And so set a time. That's what I like to do for myself. I legitimately am like 30 minutes. I'm getting as much cleaning as I can get done in these 30 minutes. Boom. Getting it all done. And then another 30 minutes to cram a bunch of stuff out for my business, right? And I'm blaring personal development the entire time. I'm listening to a video. I'm listening to a podcast. I don't watch videos, you guys. I listen to videos. I don't sit and watch them on my phone at all. I sit and have them play and then I listen. That's all I do. And so that could be a motivational speaker on YouTube or something like that, or one of these trainings, the recording, the replay of it, or whatever. Okay. So finding different things like that, but you're literally piecing together your day. You're deciding how your day is going to go tomorrow. Like, it's not going to go perfectly planned, right? Things happen. People throw up, people get sick, somebody shows up, or somebody else asks for your help, or whatever, right? Things happen, but plan it and tell your time where to go to the best of your ability. And those are good things. And yes, Crystal said right here, this was something that I was meaning to say also, for tonight, is that every single day, Monday through Friday, you guys, Crystal hosts a team power hour where she does go through the tasks that are on this list. She walks you through and sets timers for you guys to do them together, for us to hop on, and Crystal's just like telling us what to do, right? And we're like doing every single task, and we do it from 10:30 to 11:30 Monday through Friday. So what day are you able to hop on those? What day are you able to hop on those? If you are not available from 10:30 to 11:30 any day of the week, that's fine. That is fine. But if you are, put it in your planner. If every Tuesday is your day off, or you don't go in until blah, blah, blah time or whatever, or Tuesday is a day that you know that you're going to be able to get on the 10:30 power hour, plan for that. Plan for it. It's going to hold you accountable. You put it down in your planner and you're going to commit to it. So every Tuesday, or every Tuesday and Wednesday, or whatever it is, right? 10:30 to 11:30 Eastern time, you guys. I don't know. Everybody's on a little bit different time zones, but 10:30 in the morning, Monday through Friday. So that is something that is available to you guys, that you are able to hop on and not only be held accountable, but have help as well, because we're all there working together, whoever's able to hop on that day, and just get the stuff done. And sometimes it's a lot more fun and more like you get a lot more done sometimes when you're working with other people and y'all are doing the same thing, right? So do that. What are the days that you are going to, because sometimes people are like, okay, I need to plan things. What exactly do I need to plan? How can I plan ahead for my business? Well, like I said, you need to know your other non-negotiables, like we just went through. And then 2, you can be planning your posts. So for those of you who have been in for at least a year, you can go through your memories on Facebook and recycle your old posts. I do that too. I will literally go and copy and paste my own stinking post from 2 years ago. If I was like, dang, like that was a good post, I'm gonna reuse that. And I reuse it, guys. Work smarter, not harder. Okay. Selfies. If you have not been in the business for over a year yet, but go to your See Memories, and if you posted a hot ass photo of yourself where you're just feeling it and you are so confident, you better save that selfie to your phone and you're going to use it this week at some point in time to post about the business or your goals or whatever. Okay, save those, because I'm looking a hot mess most of the time. So I'm not sitting here like, and I post that. I post myself looking a hot mess. So I want you to feel confident and okay to post yourself looking a hot mess too, because as it goes to showing people that they can do this while working a full-time job and working on their lunch break just like you are, posting yourself not looking all put together is also going to help people connect with you as well, because they're going to be like, like I don't take good pictures, or I don't look good, I don't get ready every day, I don't even put makeup on any day, I can't look like that. It isn't not necessary. It is in no way, it was not a question that you needed to answer when you enrolled on your distributor Upline's website, was it? That do you wear makeup every day? Do you get dressed and shower every day? Was that a question on the enrollment form? No, that was not. So we don't have to do that, right? We do not have to do that at all. So you sharing your, like, how you look on a regular basis is going to like allow them to be like, oh, okay, so I can look a hot mess too, and I can do this too, right? And so, thank you, Amanda. You're so sweet. So, but anyway, so there's that tip. So you can plan your posts. You can also plan like pre-write them as well. So if like you're like just in the moment, in your fields, you're thinking about your goals, you're thinking about why you want to do this business, you heard from somebody else, they got you all inspired, you're thinking about what you want, start writing in the note section of your phone a post, right? Do that as many times. Maybe you need to think of post ideas, right? Post ideas. So you can literally post where you're at and what you're doing every single time you're doing the business, every single time you're talking to somebody. Every single time you're talking to somebody about the business or the products, that's post worthy. Like y'all, today I had the best conversation with this girl. She's so excited to get started with this business because blah, 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 blah. I feel so blessed because I get to help people who have similar goals as me and I get to help them reach them. Like I'm so excited for her to get started. That's a post. You know what I'm saying? So planning your posts ahead of time. So you can also attach this to where you're going to be. So you know that you're going to be, we talked about you working on your lunch break. We talked about you posting you can even be posting while the kids are napping. That's a post. Talk about how the kids are going. What are you doing now? Talking about how the kids are, like napping, or you're going to pick the kids up, or you're dropping the kids off, or whatever. And you can talk about those things. You can talk about those things. If you know that you're going to get a fast start bonus on Thursday or Friday, because you already locked one in and you know what's coming, write a post up tonight about what you're going to say when you get your bonus, right? Like, what are you going to be doing on Thursday when you know that you're going to receive that email? Or where are you at? Like, okay, I'm going to post it Thursday night. That's going to be like my opportunity post about how I got that bonus today, yada, 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 right? So you can talk about that. You can talk about, like, right now being on this call with us right now. So what you guys can do, you can screenshot your screen right now, or you can, if you're on the computer, use your phone and do what I'm going to do right sinking now because I forgot. And I'm just going to take a story, like a little boomerang story. Holy cow, these filters, some of them are wild, y'all. I'm like, I am catfishing everybody on this thing. Okay, so there we go. Everybody's like, oh, look at the camera and smile. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, so all right, doing things like that, right? What else, you guys? Let me get back to my notes here. I did write myself a couple of notes. So it's just basically, and sometimes you guys, we can get like a little bit frustrated in the business if we're like, we're doing these things and we didn't sign a customer today, or we're doing these things and we didn't enroll a distributor today. And so sometimes, especially living in a society where we like instant gratification, right? Instant gratification. We like popcorn in the microwave. We like the microwave. Like we like, instant coffee. We like tanning. We like to do our teeth. Like we want like all of these instant results, right? And so sometimes when we don't get them in the business, as far as enrollments, we can get a little bit discouraged, and that can slow us down a little bit. What I encourage you guys to do is get excited with your effort. Let your effort motivate you. Okay. So get excited about that. Yes, get excited about the enrollments. Okay. Don't stop going for those enrollments. Don't stop setting goals for enrollments, but allow your efforts to motivate you. Get excited and get proud of your efforts, because guess what? You can create instant results there no matter what, because nobody other than you plays a factor in that. You get to decide how much effort you're going to put in, and you get to decide that in every single moment. So if you're like, you're going to feel damn good, you're going to feel so good knowing that you put that effort in, and that's going to be your instant gratification. Okay, is your effort. When you fall in love with that type of effort, the results are going to come no matter what. They're going to come no matter what when you increase that instant gratification through your effort instead of the result. Okay. So that's one little thing for you guys. And then, so what day do you have a little bit of time? What day are you going to get ready for the day? There's got to be at least one day during the week where you're like, you know what? I did take a shower today. I did wash my hair today. I did put a little bit of makeup on. And on those days, take the freaking pictures. Okay. Take the pictures and take several of them. I don't care. You don't even have to use them all right now, but on the days that I get ready, I'm like, boom. Oh, I'm standing over here by the window. Boom. Haha. This angle, this angle, this angle. Somebody come up here, take a picture, prop my phone up here. Maybe I'll go swap out my shirt. I'll put a hoodie on. I'll take my hoodie off. I'll put my hair to the side. Like I'll put my hair up in a ponytail real quick. I'll put it down, like, and just take like 15 pictures. Boom, 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 boom. You can filter them later. You can slap a filter on them later, whatever. But you have the pictures there in your arsenal for you to use on days that you're like, I want to post a nice selfie, but I don't have one right now because I do not look like nice selfie. I just don't. So you're gonna take advantage of those times that you are. Okay. So taking advantage of that. What day for some people, like for TikToks, you guys, if you haven't started utilizing TikTok, what? We'll change it. Get the remote. It's right in the couple. So start utilizing TikTok, you guys, if you're not already. And so here's some of my tips as far as time management, as far as TikTok goes. Set a timer. You will get swallowed up by the TikTok black hole if you just let yourself scroll. Okay. You will literally be on there from like, you're like, I'm going to bed at 9:30. Here it is, 1 a.m. and I'm still lost in freaking TikTok. Okay. That happens. So what you can do is utilize increments of time to where if you can't make TikToks, you can save them to your favorites. Go and follow some leaders, see what you want to do, save them, add to your favorites, add to favorites. There's an add to favorites button, and you can literally decide when you're going to be adding to your favorites, whether it be from leaders in this business who are you're recreating what they have already done for business and opportunity TikToks, or just like the regular funny ones for the other people that you follow that you want to recreate. Add those to your favorites as well. Spend some time doing that, and then set a timer and be done. Okay. If you have a day that you are like, okay, I'm going to make like 10 TikToks today, so I have enough for the week or whatever, then you're going to go ahead and what day are you going to do that? Okay. So if you're utilizing TikTok, which you should be, you guys, it is an amazing tool and an amazing resource. So figure out what days you're going to go ahead and do that. Okay. And then, and basically, and again, you guys, you got to be a little bit flexible. You got to kind of be able to pivot with stuff, because not every day is going to go according to that day where you wrote down every single hour on the hour, right? Not every day is going to go like that, but you can literally create and have it set up the best way that you can. So the two things that you can control is in the morning and at night too. Can you get up a little bit earlier? Can you get up 20 minutes earlier than you normally do? Or can you get up or go to bed 20 minutes later? Where can you shave off and add time? Okay. Where can you make some trade-offs? Okay. So like, where is something to where you can be like, well, instead of me doing this, which I'm not really, me not doing it doesn't really affect anybody really, or like, I'm going to not do it like once or twice a week. And then instead I'm going to work my business during that time. Or instead of having like a chill out time, like you normally have like some sort of chill out time, shave that chill out time in half and work the other half for your business. Okay. Because you have goals, you guys, you have goals, you have reasons why you're doing this. And so plugging in and making sure that you are intentional and scheduling this business in and making it a priority is important. I don't know who originally said it, but I just heard it again. I've heard her say it several times, but her name is Jocelyn Yates. She's an ambassador diamond with the company. And she said, when I was thinking about my time management, and this doesn't even have to just do with the business, you guys, this is like life in general. Instead of saying, when you're thinking about a certain task or a certain something that you have to do, instead of saying, I don't have time for it, you can say, I'm just not making it a priority. It's not my priority. So if it doesn't sit well with you to say, just switch your language. Instead of saying, I don't have time for it, and then now you're just going to say, it's not a priority for me. If it doesn't feel good to say that it's not a priority for you, then that should raise some flags up in your face and say, like it is a priority for me. So I do need to make sure I'm scheduling time for that. Whether that's like your health, or like, like, oh, like I don't have time to make my kids a bedtime routine. No, that doesn't make sense. It's just, I'm not making it, it's not a priority for me. Right. Or, getting up and, taking a shower. I don't have time to take a shower. Nope. It's just not a priority for me today. It's not a priority. Other things took a priority over taking a shower today, whatever it is. Right. And so you guys also got to think about that, like with anything in your life and the business. Okay. And so that's a nice little technique to be able to do that. With. And so, and what things can you delegate? What things can you ask for help with? That's a big, tough one for me, is asking for help, right? What if you've been sick? What do you mean, Janine? Like, what do you mean? If you've been sick, like long-term sick, like you're like chronically sick, or like you caught the flu or something, or what do you mean there? Yeah, like Stephanie, she's doing this on, she's holding her babes, you know what I mean? Like half of the time I've already been interrupted with the baby. She's literally plugging in while she's you know, connecting and being with her baby, because that's what moms do. We have to multitask and we have to do that. And we're going to show up because it's important and because it's a priority. So, yes, kudos to you, Stephanie. And so, yeah, you guys just being flexible, making the priorities, getting excited about the efforts that you're putting in instead of just the results, and avoiding that delayed gratification. And something even to long-term sick. Well, then is it a priority for you? Like whatever it is that you wanted to do to build the business, is it going to help you in any way or bring any more value or alleviate something that is related to you being sick? I'm not sure what your question is exactly, of like, how do you work this business if you're sick, you mean, and like trying to manage it around like the way that you're feeling? Okay. So basically you just have to show up the best that you can in each moment, you know, and that's the best that you can do. And I've heard Les Brown say this, and I always try to remember it for myself. And that's basically like all you can do is all you can do, and all you can do is enough. Okay. And so your all that you can do might only be a quote unquote 50% today, but tomorrow it's 75. And then the next day it's 30. But as long as you are doing all that you can do, that is going to be enough. Okay. And I don't know what everybody's faith is around here. Like you can believe in God, you can believe in a wizard. I don't really care. I have big faith, and I'm saying like, I know that if I'm trying to go for a goal, and all he expects us to do is the best to our capability, and he will fill in the rest. That's where I look at it. That's where my faith comes in, because I'm like, I know that I'm going to put in all that I can do, and he's going to fill in the rest. Because most of the time it's way more than what can be done than just us. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if that helped you or if that answered your question or not at all, but that's the best that I have right now. So, but yeah, so that's basically it. You know, just kind of like scheduling things in, adding folders, setting alarms, something that I did for a couple days and it helped me for a couple days. And then I stopped doing it. And now I need to like do it again. And that is putting my phone further away from my bed. So that way I have to actually get up out of bed and walk over to, or like even just like do a long reach or something over to where my alarm is, especially when I'm wanting to get up even earlier and like extend my wake up call. And you know, like that's something that helps. That might sound like simple, like, oh, okay, like duh to some of you, but it's legit. Like I have to legitimately set my phone up. I know Crystal has like some sort of app on her phone where she's got to like do certain things in the morning, like you have to take steps or you have to do something like that or whatever, or you have to do something on your phone in order to unlock it, to get your alarm to shut off. So those are things that you know, like little suggestions that would also help, especially if you're trying to get up earlier in the morning but that's hard for you. That's pretty much it. Do you guys have any questions on anything as well? Just basically like being intentional and seeing where you can fill in those increments. You don't have to have, this business is not about sitting down and plugging in for 4 to 8 hours a day, uninterrupted, perfectly balanced, getting all your tasks done in one sitting. It's not what it's about. Okay. We all got started because we already had all those hats we were dealing with. So now we want to know how can we fit it in. Well, that's how you're going to fit it in, you guys. You're going to utilize your planner and you are going to look at your week. So we have 15 minutes left of this Zoom before the family call starts. Okay. So what we're going to do is you're going to continue on for every single day this week, the rest of the week, all the way until Saturday, and figure out, number one, can you hop on a 10:30 a.m. power hour with Crystal any of those days, Monday through Friday? If you can, put that down in your planner right now. We have TeamZoom next Sunday, the 28th. Okay. 9 p.m. Write that down. Put that in your planner right now. Family call for It Works. That's at 10 p.m. Eastern time every Sunday. So it's tonight in 50 minutes. And then it is on the 28th, right? And then there's other stuff that you can look in, like say, okay, you already have work, you already have this. Maybe you want to plan, you can't get on the 10:30 a.m. power hour, but you can get on, you can do a power hour for yourself at 12:30 or whatever. Put that down in your planner. When are you going to do it? When are you going to commit to a power hours for yourself, even by yourself? Or maybe it's 30 minutes. Okay. What do you, how, like, are you going to spend time, even more time tonight, doing what I said about prepping your posts? Going through maybe some old pictures and selfies and stuff like that that you can work with through this week, or family pictures. It doesn't have to be selfies, you guys. We're not a selfie, like that's the only thing we post, right? We post other things. Post us with our cat. Like Crystal has a cat on her lap right now. So things like that. Are you going to be, you know, are there certain days where you know it's going to be really, really, really hard for you to do anything for your business, right? So those are the days that you want to make sure the day before that you literally planned every possible thing that you can to the T. So you're already set up. You have some before and after pictures that you're going to share with people. Like you tell your spouse or whoever it is, like, hey, at this time, I'm going to work for like 20 minutes. Give me 20 minutes and then we're going to go. Okay. Like, and then that's the time that you go and you send messages and you do follow-ups and stuff like that. And then kind of like what Amanda said, you're going to like, there's going to be little blurbs of time where you're just going to be able to, instead of staring off into space or, you know, just like randomly scrolling through social media, you're going to reply to messages just like she did in the grocery store checkout. Okay. There's going to be those times too. So if you got to go grocery shopping this week, already plan while you're in line to that you're going to be, you know, replying to people's messages in the line. Okay, what day are you going grocery shopping? I usually do it on a Sunday. Sometimes I do it on Saturdays. It depends. So just different things like that. So think about that through the rest of this week. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, obviously Sunday is almost over. So finish, you know, the rest of the time. We have 10 minutes. Utilize this next 10 minutes to really plan out what you're going to do this week. Okay. We'll keep it on here. I'm going to stop the recording right now, actually.